Hi there, signs of Gemini. This is Kim with Just Saying Tarot and Oracle, here to do your next 48-hour reading. So I hope you're doing extremely lovely out there. Thanks for joining me. How do we do it? The way I do it is I like to try to put my personality to the side, put my ego to the side, and that has taken years to get right. Step to the side so my timeline doesn't get blurred into your story, and pick up on what your angels, your spirit guides, and your higher self has to say for your messages. To be as clear and concise and resonating with Gemini collective. Geminis. Season's coming up, Geminis. You may be feeling this full moon very strongly tonight also, just because of that. So general messages, all things are allowed through, as long as they're for the highest good. Okay, so this deck doesn't have reversals, and the way I do reversals is I just pay extra attention to them when the card is reversed. The Hanged Man is down. Looks like he's got down. You know, it's funny. He's off of the tree. I can't tell if he's thinking of waiting longer by getting up there or whatever that is. Yeah, a tree. So he's either contemplating getting back up, or he's like, okay, time to get down. Now what to do? The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. So it might be the end of a waiting period here. There may be something that's decided to budge free, kind of, so to speak, you know, something like a rock being budged free so it can get out of the way. Whatever was stopping us from getting down before. The moon. So the moon coming out, after talking about the moon being very significant tonight too, is going to make a really big difference probably with you all. It's going to kick on some abilities too. I would just expect that. There's been more solar flares too. I don't know if you follow stuff like that, but I'm affected by those. So I'm sure that you probably on some level are. Okay. The moon. The unknowns. The what is hidden. And I think what it's really saying here, like combined with this card, is yes, think about it. Take time, think about it, and use the light of the moon. So they want you to walk carefully, tread lightly. Walk carefully, watch where you're going. Okay, messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini. This is the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. Bottom of the deck, the Two of Cups. I mean, and they just look so nice. Usually this is like harmonious partnerships. Look, I'm seeing the DNA strands too. I don't know why so maybe because there's something with this moon. Maybe it's just the energies, like in particular right now at this time. The Lion's Head. You could be calling in, you could be ready, you could be in a period of life where you're ready for like a real love, a real harmonious commitment here to something else, someone else. Doesn't have to be a new partnership, but it's definitely one just showing up. And I do take this card to be my like real love card, my true love card. And as I say that, the independent you comes out. This is good though. This is maybe why you're calling in a partnership, is because you can handle it alone. You can be self-sufficient. You can be successful. You see how those little guards on the eyes? It's to keep them from being distracted, to help them focus and look at solely really where you're going. For your focus. The Nine of Pentacles, a financial windfall coming in, some kind of huge gain. There's something that's wanting to transform, or something that had an ending that was not complete. Something left someone hanging, but they got down. Seven of Pentacles, past energy. I would say that's the Three of Swords in reverse. Letting go. Ooh. This is really about processing the Three of Swords energy and then just like letting it go, releasing it. This is after you've been through a very tough time. Something that you went through that you're releasing the heaviness about led you to the Nine of Pentacles. It led you to the art of really self-reliance, it feels like. There's still something that just needs to be done a different way. Doing it a different way. So that we don't have a repeat, like a karmic cycle repeat here. Future. Six of Pentacles reverse. You have the Chariot card in your environment. And you have the Hermit in reverse. You're ready to get back out there. Some of you are really ready for a serious commitment or partnership. And you're thinking about those things. You're thinking about the serious type things. Five of Swords reverse. And the Judgment card. So this is really, I mean, I don't think you're going to feel conflicted as to how you feel. There is something that was not reciprocal, but what did you do with that? You know, I think you've used it to fuel yourself. So somebody might owe you. Well, sometimes this is the rescheduling, like, of a court date. I don't know why that's just coming up, because sometimes it is. When I first started reading, that's how I viewed it. The Seven of Pentacles suggests that you get out, you know, the work that you put in, and the patience here and effort was there. So tell me what happened with this. The patience and the effort was there, but either you or someone else put themselves, it's like putting yourself last, putting somebody else in front of you. You can't love somebody else until you truly know how to love yourself. And this Queen of Cups in the reverse didn't really know how to love themselves that well. Or maybe it's about diet and exercise, taking care of themselves. Very important what you eat, what you drink. And sometimes this is manipulative. Sometimes this energy can, because if you're not in touch with the real love, self-love first, you don't really know how to love if you can't give yourself love. Could be a Cancer. You've got the energy of Cancer here for how you're feeling. You feel like you want to get going. You want to get moving. You may be in the process of like moving or traveling, Might be regarding a driver's license. It might be about a vehicle here. I feel like no matter what it's about, you're ready to charge forward here. You're ready to go forward. You're ready to go to the next obstacle, if that be the case. That's what you're ready for. You're completely alert, aware. I'm feeling the Queen of Cups energy in this too. So like being alert and aware of your body, your smart body, how it's taking care of itself, how you're listening to it, the subtle ways that your body will speak to you to tell you about how, you know, how it wants to be treated, what it likes, what it doesn't like. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. It's stressing the importance of doing something a different way. The Eight of Cups is coming out. It's never an accident what it lays on, at least not the way that I read. So when we're talking about not repeating something, not repeating another cycle that has to do with something from your past, of if it got hard, let it go, walk away. That's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. Though leaving the disaster part behind would probably be good. Probably be good. Piscean energy for the Eight of Cups. So what do you recommend, Spirit? What do you recommend? What way do you recommend their new adventure start? By the moon. By the light of the moon, all things aren't exactly revealed to you yet. You will be enlightened better at what things you need to kind of leave behind. I think for your body's sake, for your health's sake. There's something about what you've invested your energy in and what's not being revealed. This is coming across as the moon to me, as something being not really lit up. This path, I think it's also saying like this path is not lit up because this is a path that you're pioneering. So you're pioneering the way. Okay, so that's what they recommend. That you pioneer your way. Okay, and they're with you every step of the way. Three of Swords reverse. That's nice. With the Eight of Wands. Good news. Yes, good news about past efforts paying off. Soon you'll know that. Soon you'll get that type of message. Because of your ability to allow something to transform and to allow your heartache to actually be experienced, to go through it, whatever it was to you. This Eight of Wands could be Cupid's arrow. You know, it could be Cupid's arrow hitting you. It's good news. I think it has to do with investment and what you've invested in because of the way that it came out. All right. Tell me about this Death in Reverse, this challenge, because this is going to start. So you've got the Chariot, which is moving forward fast. This is going fast. I mean, it's going to accelerate. So whatever you're doing, it's going to end up speeding up. Whew. The challenge is for you to reinvent yourself. Invest in yourself more. There needs to be more light shown on particular health things with you and self-care. and the 10 of Swords in reverse is like, there's something that you have to, the challenge is to walk away from it, and it's here as that's the challenge. So it could be like a habit, it could be a lifestyle, it could be something that you've just got to get on board with. You got to put in a lot of effort. That's what this 9 of Pentacles is. It didn't just get here. It gets here with effort. And that's the challenge, is walking away and giving the effort to yourself. All right, so tell me about the 6 of Pentacles here. Judgment and then reverse. Over the 9 of Pentacles. There's resentment. There's a little bit of resentment. There's a little bit of holding on to some anger and really not wanting to forgive that which was not reciprocal, that which did not pay you back. I'm not so sure that's not necessarily a bad thing, like if you're in that stage, because we process emotions differently. And if your challenge is to walk away from it, it's definitely something like that. We can forgive and then walk away. Because there's something about you being ready to reinvent yourself and put yourself back out there. Keeping in mind that you can't find happiness outside of you. You find it within you first, and then, so I think this is like, I'm ready to get back out there. I'm going to mingle and things like that and leave some old way of being behind. Maybe a way of overdoing, of overindulgence, over partying or something like that, and leaving that behind too. For your health. Tell me about the Hermit in reverse. Tell me about Hermit in reverse. High Priestess. You'll know. You'll know. It's time for you to mingle and be sociable, I feel like. It's like you'll know when something's real and something's not, when you're more in, certainly when you're more in tune with your body too, and your own self-love, which is just good advice anyway. So trusting in your own intuition. The 4 of Wands is what you're bringing about, is what you're thinking of. So it's some kind of like big goal that you're thinking of. And that's positive that you're thinking of it as already completed. So that's wonderful, no matter what that is, whether it's, you know, a big purchase, graduation from something, taking any kind of energy that we did have into anything that was causing us to see cloudy, like to be head in the clouds, like it's getting past that confusion, seeing what you need to not put energy into and what you do. You also know that for this goal that you have many options. And I think that's what Spirit's trying to say to you, is you have many options. Stop putting energy into the one that is burned out. Okay, so the 5 of Swords, you've won some kind of battle. You've won feeling like conflicted or not wanting the drama, right? Letting go again, 3 Swords reverse. Letting go of, and perhaps it's letting go of the traditional way of doing something, and a commitment. You know what I mean? The King of Pentacles normally is the character that plays a very stable, committed person to keeping like finances and family, all of that stuff organized very nicely. Entrepreneurship. It's doing that in a radically different way. For some. For others, this is actually a person. It might be a Taurus energy. It may be walking away from one and then giving this one a chance. or forgiveness for a past heartache. That would be all up to you. I know there's different messages, but people can change. The answer is something that you'll just know. There's definitely something that we're walking away from, that because it's the challenge. And by the end of this, like, you shouldn't feel conflicted either. So it's all good. It's all good. That's what I got. I do have private readings, guys. If you need a private reading, something a little bit more personal, check the description box below for that. Join me on TikTok for your oracle. Sending you love and light.